I would see YouTube clips. Now I'm forcing myself, and it's like going into a porta potty and opening the lid and looking in. I mean, I don't want to. And I'm having to look at this, and I'm just like, look at it. It's so fake. And Glenn Beck is going to serve a key position in bringing us into tyranny. He is Benedict Arnold from the beginning. There is no doubt about it. He is bad news, bad news. Judge Andrew Napolitano is a great guy, never violated his conscience, never wavered in his constitutional position. He's good. I mean, I wish, he was the guy in Glenn Beck's position, but they're not going to allow that. They let him fill in sometime, and have his own show on smaller parts of the business network because they know it's super popular. They want that audience of people that are awake, but they also want to control that audience. And look, I'll just tell Glenn Beck, and I'll come back and take your calls. Stop it, man. We see what you're doing. Even if you lose your contract, stop stabbing us in the back. And stop saying 9/11 truthers are going to kill Barack Obama. I mean, come on, man. You agree with Cass Sunstein that we're the #1 enemy because you guys know what really happened on 9/11. By the way, the guys found the Glenn Beck clip where he says 9/11 truth's going to kill Barack Obama. I mean, come on. Come on. 9/11 truth isn't allowed in the White House. Cass Sunstein says arrest anyone and arrest you, Glenn Beck, because you say man-made global warming isn't real. I mean, what is it with Michael Savage, who I think is a lot better than Beck? I mean, I think Savage really believes what he's saying in many cases. He's not an actor, and he is intelligent. And he'll be saying the same thing today he was saying 10 years ago. I'm going to your calls. It's just so amazing. Like, let's just do the Beck thing now. I remember hearing Savage say, if you protest the war, you should be put in a camp because you're aiding terrorists. And then, strangely enough, the Deputy Attorney General at the time in California, Calhoun, came out and said the same thing. They were really trying to set the precedent to, like, test balloon if the people would allow the population to be arrested for speech. And I was like, whoa, even if you're for the war, you should be for free speech. That was in 2003, 2004. And anybody who listens to Savage heard it. I mean, I would spot check him once or twice a week, and I probably heard it 20 times. But I could actually listen to Savage. I mean, Beck just turns my stomach. It's so fake, folks. It's not real. And then Savage gets banned from England, and I support his right of free speech, and I'm against it. But, there he is screaming and yelling when he's calling for one group to lose their free speech, but he doesn't need to lose his free speech. So here's the deal. Glenn Beck is with Cass Sunstein. Cass Sunstein says ban conspiracy theories, and that's whatever he says it is. Okay? That's on record. All right, here's Glenn Beck today, this morning. And I guess every day I can start having people monitoring. Yesterday I turned it on for 5 minutes, and he was calling for new taxes to pay to the bankers. Value-added, excise, sales tax. He was batting these around saying, we've got to have one of them, and he had Kramer on with him. Well, I tuned in today for 5 minutes and listen to this snake, the way he says 9/11 truth is in the White House and is going to kill Barack Obama. Listen to how he says it like a snake, though. Here it is.
The most dangerous time in any regime, especially a radicalized regime, is when it is in collapse. Watch the uber left. Pray that Obama moves to the center. If he does, pray that the Secret Service care for that man. That man is never left alone. He has invited 9/11 truthers into the White House and into his administration. If they believe that he's just another one of these guys, he is in danger. The Republic has good news today.
Okay, folks. So there you have it. The Republic. You mean the empire, Glenn? And he goes on to say Obama wants an empire. No, America is an empire, and we pay for it. And it's immoral. And he's continuing the empire for Bush. And the insurance companies, not communist, wrote that takeover of health care. And the Democrats found that out 2 months ago, and that's the main reason it's in trouble, and that's the reason the people of Massachusetts went as liberals and voted out that Kennedy seat. That was the number one reason. I've got polls here where now 51% of Massachusetts call themselves independents, and that's the real realignment. They're not calling themselves Republicans. They're not calling themselves Democrats. They're done. Just like Republicans voted for Obama, now Democrats are voting for Republicans. They're saying, get them out, fire them, get rid of them all. I mean, they finally got to the point of getting it. They're past the left-right paradigm. And then he talks about left-right all day, and then he goes back into left-right paradigm. I heard him, before I turned him off, I couldn't listen, talk about the left-right paradigm. This guy is taking everything I've pioneered, everything I say, everything I do, and is distorting it and twisting it with a wicked counterfeit. I would love if he took ideas and systems that I pioneered on the radio and took it if it was pure and added his own information to it, if he was a good guy. But it's horrible to know that he's taken all of my points and twisted it around and is conning everybody. And I know they're listening right now. And when Damon Vickers mentioned me on his show, Beck literally swole up and turned red. I mean, Beck, look, you're not going to be happy and satisfied with the $50 million you make every couple of years if it sells out humanity. It's going to come out you're a traitor, just like Obama, just like Bush, just like everybody else. But listen, here's the key. They are scared to death of 9/11 truth. They know that 9/11 truth is annihilating them right now because they can't stage terror attacks anymore because everybody's looking for it. So the White House's number one enemy is 9/11 truth.